Today is most auspicious day, appearance day of Supreme Lord in this world. In 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Shiva tells to Parvati that where Krishna appears, in Vasudev, his father. Vasudev means pure consciousness. No any triguna, no desire for liberation, but only desire to serve Krishna. So in that purified consciousness, Supreme Lord will appear. No one else can have his actual darshan. One may see Supreme Lord, but he will not recognize. So, in order to see this lila of appearance of Supreme Lord, we have to purify our heart. That is adivas. Yesterday we did for Varaha, and today we have to do for Nityananda Prabhu tomorrow. We have to pray for his grace and clear our heart so that he can appear. He can appear, but we will not see unless we are purified, or to the degree how much we are purified. So Varaha, Bhagavan, he is Krishna himself, assuming this form as Varaha Bor. He appeared on today's Titi. Our Gurudev wrote about Dashavataras, 10 avatars, 10 main avatars, in brief from Bhagavatam and other Puranas. I will read from there. Varaha avatar is the third among the 10 avatars. When Brahmaji was ordered to carry out the creation, he began to think about the details involved in the task. At that moment, a male, Swayambhuva Manu, and a female named Shatarupa manifested from his body. Abiding by the desire of Brahma, Swayambhuva Manu accepted Shatarupa as his wife in order to carry out the process of creation. Seeing the earth submerged in the waters of annihilation and desiring to seek a dwelling place for the living beings, Manu approached his father, Lord Brahma, and prayed to him to rescue the earth. When Brahmaji saw the earth submerged in the water, he thought for a long time about how it could be rescued. He had earlier established the earth in its normal state after removing all the water, but could not understand why the earth had again sunk into the water abyss. He had been appointed to do the work of creation, but the earth had become inundated in a deluge and had sunk into the depths of the ocean of Rasatala, that is lower planetary system than Earth. How was the act of creation to be accomplished? How was the earth to be rescued? Lord Brahma could not think of a solution even after much thought and effort. At last he took shelter of the Supreme Lord Vishnu. This we have to learn, because our senses are limited, our mind is limited, our intelligence is limited. Even Brahma, he has a very long span of life and great power, energy, and great intellect, mind, but he could not know the solution to the problem. So we have to take absolute shelter of Supreme Lord, because he is omniscient and omnipotent and all good. If we take his shelter, then he will give us the way how the problem can be solved. Otherwise, by our own diagnosis and also how to do it and what is the necessity, we may commit mistake. We will commit mistake by this ignorance and limitations. So we have to pray to Supreme Lord because he sees the whole picture. And he knows what is good for everyone. So if we take his shelter, then he will show us the right path. Like Arjuna, he was also calculating. If I will do this, it will be better. But Krishna did not approve, and he showed him why it will not be better. But we cannot understand when we are in emotion and limited intellect, we cannot find proper solution. So at last, Brahma took shelter of the Supreme Lord Vishnu. While Brahmaji was still deep in thought, a small boar the size of a thumb suddenly appeared from his nostril. So immediately when we take shelter, immediately if it is sincerely taken shelter and Krishna knows it, because he's in our heart, then Krishna does not delay. Immediately he comes with solution. If there is no, that means there is some defect in our surrender, some insincerity is there. So astonishingly, as Brahma looked on, the tiny boar expanded in the sky and within moments had assumed a form as large as a great elephant. Brahma, great Brahmanas such as Marichi, the four Kumaras, as well as Swayambhuva Manu, saw the transcendental Varaha form and began to discuss this wonderful event. Lord Brahma thought that this must be some resident of the transcendental world traveling in disguise in the form of a boar. Oh, what a great surprise! How wonderful it is that this expanding Varaha form has come forth from my nostril is Sri Hari, the Lord of Sacrifice, concealing his original form and trying to agitate me? In this way, while Brahma was deliberating with his associates, Sri Hari roared tumultuously like the great mountain Giriraj. The omnipresent Sri Hari enlivened Brahmaji and the other highly elevated Brahmanas by again roaring with his uncommon voice. The sound of his roar was so sweet that it would destroy all the miseries of the hearer. Lord Brahma, Swayambhuva Manu, and other sages who reside in Janaloka, Tapaloka, and Satyaloka chanted auspicious mantras from the Vedas as offerings to Varahadev. Upon hearing the prayers of Brahmaji and the other sages, Lord Varaha prepared to enter into the waters of annihilation for the benefit of the demigods. Lord Varaha rose into the sky while slashing his tail. The Lord quivered the hair on his shoulders and scattered the clouds in the sky with his hoofs. With raised hairs, white tusks, and luminous effulgence, the Lord's form was brilliantly beautiful. This is a unique and wonderful pastime of Sri Hari. Just the remembrance of it causes shivering in the body. Gurudev explained, sometimes we may be proud. I am worshipper of Krishna, highest form of Bhagavan. I have nothing to do with Varaha. That is something low like this. Based on mundane conception, we are, and for the sake of name and fame, we are expressing it in this way. But Gurudev told, like outwardly we think wild pig is something dirty there. But Gurudev said, if we would by some grace get darshan of Varaha, the actual form, then we would be so attracted to him that we would forget about Krishna. Because that is only our mental idea of Krishna, not actual realization. And we have some worldly idea about Varaha, pig. It is not like that. His transcendental form, here it is written, the Lord's form was brilliantly beautiful, shining, very beautiful. You will be attracted. But if someone already experienced highest form of Supreme Lord in the matter of rasa, then he will not be attracted, like the gopis when they were searching for Krishna, when he disappeared in Ras Lila, then he took the form of Narayan. They saw Narayan and they bowed down to him and gave respect, everything. But they were asking him, did you see Krishna? Where did he go? So they were not interested in him because already they experienced Krishna. But we did not. So if out of false pride we try to compare in this way or speak in that way, if suddenly Bor Bhagavan will appear, you will be so attracted you will forget about Krishna. Because this is transcendental form. Before we were singing this Dashavatar Stotram written by Jayadev Goswami, our Gurudev explained Jayadev Goswami is in highest rasa, Madhurya rasa. But he's singing, he wrote this song and singing. It is not wrong, because Krishna assumed this form. And he is singing the glories of Krishna in his different avatars. Gopis also do, you will find in Bhagavatam. They know. Or sometimes rebuking Krishna. You did this and this and this in that avatar. So it is not that they don't know, it is not that it is against. Vishnu Chakri Thakur also explained that will increase our desire for sweetness. So Gurudev explained, like one child is a person, then he finishes school and goes to university and gets certain degree, and that another degree, and then job and this title and like this. So father or mother, they will speak about that son, but they will say he is lawyer, he is this, all the same person, but many different functions he already got and titles. So like that, Jayadev Goswami, he is singing the glories of Krishna in his different avatars. Nothing wrong in that. It is very good. At the end, he says, Krishna Tubhyam Nama. Krishna, I bow down to you. Bhagavan is only one, but he has many unlimited, unlimited forms and pastimes and associates. Only some prominent are mentioned in Shastra, and we can hear about them, but they are unlimited. This is, yes, despite being omnipotent and omniscient, he searched for the earth planet in the way that an animal would, using the sense of smell. That is his pastime, lila. It does not that he does not know, but doing pastime as Varaha. Although his external appearance was fearful, he pleased the sages engaged in offering prayers by lovingly glancing over them and entering into the water. His dive into the water with his thunderbolt-like mountainous body divided the ocean. The ocean prayed to the Lord out of fear, "Please protect me, O Supreme Lord." The Lord of all sacrifices separated the water with his hoofs and saw the earth lying at the bottom of Rasatala in the same way as when he had carried her in his stomach during the time of annihilation. Appearing very splendid, Lord Varaha lifted the earth by carrying her on his tusks. At that time, a very powerful demon named Hiranyaksha challenged the Lord with a mace. You know, Hiranyaksha, brother of Hiranyakashipu, they are sons of Diti. You know, Jai and Vijay from Vaikuntha, they were cursed, but that was also Lila. It was by the desire of Supreme Lord to become demons, so that Supreme Lord will have that enjoyment of fighting, virasa. So his devotees, they took this role so he can fight. So here, Hiranyaksha challenged the Lord with the mace. Lord Varaha expressed great anger upon seeing the demon. Thereafter, Lord Varaha killed Hiranyaksha just as a lion kills an elephant, and the cheeks and face of the Lord became red with the blood of the demon. Here it is mentioned, seeing Varahadev within the water, the demon Hiranyaksha misunderstood the Lord to be an ordinary boar. Considering him to possess meager strength, he spoke many deriding words. The Lord, however, returned his taunts with equal vigor. Lord Varaha dodged the violent mace blows of the angry demon Hiranyaksha, and thus a violent mace fight began between the two. Lord Brahma prayed to the Supreme Lord to please kill Hiranyaksha in the Loka Sanghara Karini Sandhya. In the auspicious period known as Abhijit, during the evening in conjunction with the Abhijit star, the time that would be the most favorable for the destruction of a demon. After that, during the demoniac hours, the powers of the demon would increase manifold. Hiranyaksha displayed his prowess by using the mace and trident, and finally by casting illusions and striking hard with his fists. But the Lord killed the demon by a severe kick. This pastime has been described in the 3rd canto, chapters 18 and 19 of Srimad Bhagavatam. We were hearing on Skype. A long fight was there because it was the desire of Krishna to do the pastime of fighting. And here also there is a Vedic astrology, Jyotish, that is also revealed by Supreme Lord, how the planets move and what kind of influence they have and on whom. Planets, they are moving, but it is according to my karma from past lives. In this life, I have certain nature, and that nature is also evidented, or how to say, by the position of planets at the time of your birth, your chart. Planet was there, planet this, all this, so they can read what karma you have, prarabdha karma, in the form of results and in the form of tendencies, nature, all this they can see. And according to this, you will get a certain reaction to certain positioning of the general objective planets, how time is going on in different periods. So certain periods are more favorable for certain work than other. We have our prarabdha karma, that is one thing. Another is aprarabdha karma, that which we'll get in future life results, and kriyamana karma, our free will in this life, what action we are doing. So all these advices are meant for at what period certain action would be good to do, like Shraddh ceremonies on certain auspicious days, entering into the house, or for traveling, certain auspicious or inauspicious dates are there. So also for when there is demoniac hours, they are more strong. So if you will go to fight at that time, it will be more difficult than if you would go to fight in that favorable period. Of course, Supreme Lord is omnipotent. For him, this doesn't count. He can do ever. But Brahma, in order to respect this Vedic system, he also advised or prayed to Supreme Lord to kill Hiranyaksha in that period, favorable for killing a demon. Or there is favorable time for different auspicious activities. But if there is Sadguru, also it is mentioned, like for Diksha, there are certain auspicious times. But if there is Sadguru and there is will on both sides, Guru and also aspirant disciple, then any time is auspicious, because that is transcendental. So, like here, Krishna can do anything, but he's also acting according to his lila, for, like he told to Prahlad Maharaj, you do Shraddh ceremony, same way. Thereafter, yes, Lord Varaha killed Hiranyaksha just as a lion kills an elephant, and the cheeks and face of the Lord became red with the blood of the demon. With folded hands, the sages headed by Brahma offered prayers to the Lord. This Hiranyaksha is also demon residing within us. Desire for accumulation of wealth, riches, this wealth, this desire. When Krishna kills, Varaha kills, that is one kind of anartha, is killed, and we can unobstructedly worship Supreme Lord. That will divert our mind, that kind of hankering and effort. With folded hands, the sages headed by Brahma offered prayers to the Lord. The Lord, being satisfied with the prayers of the great sages, placed the earth upon the turbulent water with his hoofs and then disappeared from their vision. There is a very important point to understand here. Lagu Bhagavatamrita of Rupa Goswami says, Lord Varaha appears twice in one day of Lord Brahma. During the Swayambhuva Manvantar, he appeared from Brahma's nostril and rescued the earth. And during the 6th Manvantar, Chakshusha Manvantar, he appeared to rescue the earth and kill Hiranyaksha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears only once in a day of Brahma, in 7th Manvantar, in 28th Chaturjuga, in 28th Kali Yuga of 7th Manvantar, once. But Varaha appears twice. According to Lagu Bhagavatamrita, in the lineage of Uttanpat, the son of Pracheta was Daksha. The daughter of Daksha was Diti, and the son of Diti was Hiranyaksha. At the time of the appearance of the original Adi Varahadev, at the beginning of the Kalpa, beginning of Kalpa means day of Brahma, after partial dissolution, after end of night, then again creation will start. At that time, Swayambhuva, Manu, and Shatarupa, they are the first living entities, no other entities at that time. So they are to procreate, but there was no place for living entities to stay. So they pray to Brahma, you make place also. Then he prayed to Supreme Lord, and then this was made. So that was in the beginning of Kalpa, Adi Varaha. At that time, Manu did not have any sons or daughters. How then could Hiranyaksha have taken birth during the Swayambhuva Mantar? Therefore, it is seen that in the Bhagavatam, Maitreya Rishi described the pastimes of Lord Varaha in both the Swayambhuva Manvantar and Chakshusha Manvantar at the same time, not mentioning that this lila is in different. He just explained that when Varaha comes, he appears from nostril of Brahma because there is no place, and then also killing of Hiranyaksha. But those who have very subtle reading and knowledge, like Rupa Goswami, they explain this to us. He mentioned at the same time. Swayambhuva Manu and Shatarupa gave birth to two sons, Priyavrata and Tutanapat, and three daughters, Akuti, Devahuti, and Prasuti. Dvitiyam tu bhava yasya rasatalagatam mahim udarisyan upadata jagyesha shokaram vapu. From Bhagavatam, for the welfare of the world and due to the desire to rescue the earth which had fallen to Rasatala, the supreme enjoyer of all sacrifices accepted his second manifestation as a boar. Here, Lord Varaha is described as the second avatar. Yatro dhyata kshiti talo dharanaya bibrat kraurim tanum sakala yagya mayim ananta antar maharnava upagatam adidaityam tam damshtrayadrim iva vajra dharo dadar. The unlimitedly powerful Lord assumed the form. This is also from Bhagavatam in second canto. The unlimitedly powerful Lord assumed the form of a boar for the rescue of the earth and pierced the first demon Hiranyaksha with his tusk. Jalakrida suruchiram varahim rupamastitaha adrishyam manasapyanyer vangmayam brahma sangitam pritivyudha ranarthaya pravishya charasatalam dam shtraya bhu jahare na matmadharo dhara dhara drishtva dam shtra gravinyastam prithivim pratita paurusham astavan jana lokasta Siddha Brahmarshayo Harim. This is from Matsya Puran. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is imperceptible to the mind. This is what we heard before. With our limited senses and mind and intellect, we cannot see Supreme Lord. And we cannot see the reality as it is. And what is our necessity? We are in illusion. Rupa Goswami also wrote, Ata Shri Krishna Namadi Noed Grajyamindriya. No one can know anything about Krishna with this non-eternal material senses, gross and subtle. But if someone, by the grace of pure devotee, becomes inclined to serve Krishna, then by Krishna's grace he can see him with his soul's eye. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is imperceptible to the mind, who plays beautifully in the water, and who is the sound God, designated as Absolute Brahman, that is Shabda Brahma, Supreme Lord in the form of sound, like Vedas, Om, Harinam. This is all Supreme Lord in the form of Shabda Brahma, sound God, appeared as Varaha to save the life-giving earth. He entered into the depths of the ocean and rescued the earth with his tasks. Seeing the earth resting on the tasks of the Lord, the sages of Janaloka offered prayers to the most celebrated Sri Hari. Here it is said that Lord Narayan, the cause of creation and destruction, appeared as Varaha. Vasati Dashana Shikare Dharani Tabalagna Shashini Kalanka Kaleva Nimagna Keshabadrita Shukara Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare. We sang this song before. It is written by Sri Jayadev Goswami. Third verse. O Keshava, O Supreme Lord, you have assumed the form of a boar. O Lord, the planet Earth rested on your task and it appeared like the moon engraved with spots. Brahma offered prayers to the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, when he manifested in the womb of Devaki while she was in the prison of Kamsa. The following is the last verse of those prayers. Matsyashva Kachapa Nrishinga Varaha Hangsa Rajanya Vipra Vibudeshu Krita Avatara Tvam Pasi Nastri Bhuvanam Cha Yatha Dunesha Bharam Bhuvohara Yadutama Vandanam Te, from Bhagavatam. The Supreme Controller, your Lordship, previously accepted avatars as Matsya, fish, Ashwagriva, horse, Kurma, tortoise, Nrishingadev, half man, half lion, Varaha, boar, Hangsa, swan, Lord Ramachandra, the son of Dasharatha, Parashuram, Vamanadev, and other forms to protect us and the three worlds, heaven, earth, and underworlds. O Krishna, best of the best of the Yadus, we respectfully offer our obeisances unto you. Now, by your mercy, please protect us again by diminishing the burden of sins in this world. So Brahma knows Bhagavan is only one. He has different forms for different pastimes. For making this world, this is also his pastime. And problems in this world always happening. Then periodically Krishna has to appear as avatar in this world to solve the situation. So they're all auspicious, these appearances. And Gurudev also mentioned that in Navadip Mahatmya we are hearing, Parikrama, there was that Brahmin in Koladvip. This is on the other side of the Ganga from Mayapur, where Navadip town is there. He was worshipping in Satyayuga Varahadev, and with great devotion and praying for his grace. Then after some time Varahadev appeared, and he was very big, like a mountain, that is Kola. So he blessed him, that Brahmin, and then he also told him, in future I will come here as Gauranga Mahaprabhu. You will also come at that time. That is why our Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj, disciple of Prabhupada, he established Varaha Diti in Devananda Gauriamat, in that place, Koladvip. You will find. That is Mahaprabhu saying, I am Koladep or Varahadep. There is no difference. Bhagavan is only one, but different past tense. For Kali Yuga, now we are very fortunate. In every Kali Yuga, in the day of Brahma, Juga avatar comes and he preaches Nama Sankirtan. Every Kali Yuga. But once in a day of Brahma, in this 7th Manvantar, Vaivasvata Manvantar, in 28th Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears. Only once in a day of Brahma, and difference is he gives Braja Prem. In Chaitanya Charitamrita we will find Krishna is thinking, since long time I did not give this Braja Prem. I will come and give this by distribution of Harina with this kind of Prem. So we are very fortunate that we are born